y'all, it's the Southern Girl Shantae Levette, and it is finally here. The completion of my home office makeover. It's 2024, soon to be 2025. Can y'all believe it? It's almost 2025. My question to you, if you're watching this video, and I hope that you are, and I hope you watch till the end, when are you going to start creating spaces that you just don't live in, but you thrive in? That's my challenge to you. Leave a comment when you're going to start creating a space for you. When I look around, I am so proud of my space. It's comfortable, beautiful, organized, lively, colorful, functional, and sexy too. My space speaks to me. And that's my ultimate goal as an interior designer, is to have my clients' spaces speak to them long after I'm gone. And if you are ready to redo your space, I'm going to give you some tips that can help you get started. First, you got to get some inspiration, but start with the focal point. The focal point for me was my rug that laid the foundation in the direction that I wanted to go for my home office makeover. When I saw this rug, I knew it was the one. And then the next thing I thought about was the color. How dark did I want to go in my space? Now I have to tell y'all, I have painted this room three times, and on the third time I finally got it right. The first couple of times I was trying to match a wallpaper, didn't want to waste it, and so I tried to use it. But what's in here now is oh so right for the space. You don't count how many times I say the word space in this video. Green is my favorite color, and my husband said, well, why don't you just go all in? Don't be afraid. And I was like, he's right. Why be afraid to infuse my office with color, especially my favorite color? And it was about finding the right shade, not too yellow, not too blue. That's why you should always test colors out in your home, in your space, because they will change depending on the type of light that you have coming in naturally and whatever lights you have artificially. And I knew that wallpaper was going to be part of my design, and I just had to find the right wallpaper that was going to coordinate with my beautiful rug. I searched online, I searched in the store, and finally, I came across a few options. I highly recommend that you order some samples. Some stores will send you samples for free. Some of them you have to pay for, but it is a small investment to get it right. I had narrowed my paint selections down to 3 choices, but once I got the paper in, I was able to narrow it down to the perfect color, which is basil. And I'm looking for items for myself, or if I'm assisting a client, when you find the one, you know it's the one. Whether it is fabrics, countertops, wallpapers, things that have patterns that's going to fit your needs or your space. If you don't leave with the one will always be calling to you and calling back. When I came across this wallpaper, I got it from Wallpapers Direct, no sponsor for this video. They have a huge selection of, I knew that I wanted a beautiful backdrop. I knew I wanted to incorporate green. I knew that I wanted the background to say something but not scream. The rug, the wallpaper, and the color basil was the winning combination for the foundation for my room. I did add a small piece of chair railing to kind of create that wainscoting effect. What it allowed was me to use not so much paper. It was north of $100 a roll. It gives the eye a visual break from pattern to pattern, but it still allows the eye to appreciate the wallpaper and the bold rug all in one glance. And everything else I already had in my space. My desk, my chair, my bookcase, which was 3 different pieces, my drapes, light fixtures, sconces. Thinking about making some changes and you're not sure about what to keep, what to change, or how to merge old and new. I do offer a service called Designer by Your Side. You simply buy blocks of time because you might just need a little guidance on what you should do with your space. Or you can do the full e-design or virtual service where you have access to me. We do mood boards to help you be able to envision a new space for your home. Since this is an actual working office, I had to address some things like storage. Real time, because this room is very small. To help me stay organized, I broke it down into zones. First zone is my fabric zone. To have fabrics to show people for potential furniture pieces And also drapes. I'm a huge drapery girl. I love beautiful window treatments. I knew that my fabrics needed to be displayed for ease of use, but I wanted it to look pretty as well. I basically created a sculptural element on the wall that you see when you first look into my office. Down below, I added in some wire baskets, easy, simple, inexpensive, but they house all of my drapery samples. The next zone, and I think it turned out absolutely wonderful, my carpet sample zone. When I'm working on a project and I'm pulling out samples and supplies are flying everywhere, it can get cluttered really quickly. Organizing these carpet samples was very important because they are well made, high quality carpets made out of natural fibers. They get heavy. And just having them piled on the floor wasn't working. I ordered these hangers from Amazon specifically to hold and house my carpet samples. Now you can see all of them in their entirety as well as their beauty, and they are not piled on the floor being an eyesore. So that little section was done. It's right behind me. I love it. I love it. I love it. My next zone is the bookcase zone. This bookcase is the workhorse of my room. The pieces are from IKEA. I looked at some really beautiful bookcases. I was thinking, why not try to reimagine them? And that's exactly what I did. I took 3 pieces and turned them into one piece. And what it actually did was freed up some floor space so it's not feeling so jam-packed, because this is the smallest room in the house. I think this room is probably maybe 10.5 by 11.5. Yeah, that's pretty small. But also take advantage of the vertical space. And many people don't. You go into a room and everything is on the same plane. By combining the pieces, I was able to take advantage of this wall and create some height. And once I combined the 3 units, I did bracket the 2 top units to the wall because I didn't want anything to topple over. I mean, how terrible would that be to have everything all pretty in place? You got all of your stuff and then your bookcase fall over. You definitely want safety in your home. If you have a tall bookcase, usually they come with some type of bracket or strap that you can connect it to the wall. I suggest doing just that. Once I got everything assembled, it looked like a big white box because it was a big white box. If you do have some kind of way to make something that's ordinary extraordinary, then do it. I had some of my beautiful wallpaper left over. I had to find something to use this wallpaper for. It was wallpaper in the back of the bookcase. But what it did do is to bring some depth to the bookcase and extend the look of the wallpaper a little bit more around the room. Me being a little bit extra, I actually made some little tabs to go on the magazine and box holders and all the storage units just because I can. And you should do it too. Now my bookcase is all one unit and it is able to house cabinet samples, countertops, grout colors, paint samples, paint dips, client files, office supplies, my magazine collection, as well as all of my beautiful elements that I have had in boxes stored away for years. Because how crazy is this? You have all these beautiful items and they are locked away, stored away in a box, in the attic, in the garage, in the basement. And this time I did have to edit some things down, but I really put things on the shelf that meant something to me. Things that I got from my mother, my sister, my sons. My youngest son, he made this little lily pad from, I want to say he probably was in 2nd or 3rd grade. You know how moms do. We keep stuff forever. I wanted to make sure that I displayed it. And once I organized everything, edited some things down, it came out absolutely gorgeous, and I love my bookcase. But I also did one other thing. I added a thin strip of wood, like a flat piece of wood, to the front of the case and on the sides to hide the seams so that it just had a cleaner appearance. The next thing on the list is your lighting. You want to think about lighting in terms of your main light, accent light, and task lighting. Main light. It is very important that those lights are on dimmers. I try to put every main light on a dimmer because sometimes you need more light, sometimes you may want less. It allows you to kind of dictate the mood of the room when you have that capability. The next thing is accent lights. Accent lights, and that just what they are. I have an accent light above my fabric samples, and my lights are all down, and I have just that accent light on. It is so pretty in my space, and it is very soothing. One of our neighbors came over. I told them I had redid my office, and when they came in and looked at the space, they were just like, I feel like I'm in a therapist office, an interior design therapist office, and I want to tell you all my design needs and desires. I was like, well, have a seat then. We can do this. But accent lighting helps to set the mood. It helps to highlight areas, artwork, different things to really take your space up a level, and lighting can do that. The next light is task lighting. Now, at this very moment, I don't have any task light. Alternating between my overhead light because I can dim it, and also my accent light because it's still pretty close to my area that I work on. I'm looking for a small scale floor lamp that I can kind of hover over my desk, and when I find one, I'll make a quick video about it. Another thing that I had in my office was housing and displaying towel samples. And I have a lot of towel samples because we want to use all of our vertical space on the smallest, tiniest wall. The perfect place for me to house towel samples. And I did that by using clear acrylic shelves. Visually, they're there, but they're not there. It really looks like an installation of artwork, but with tile. I broke it up with a collage of family photos. I feel like it came out simply beautiful. I also have a 3-tiered cart to have sheet towel sample. I'm maximizing every inch of space in my very, very small office. And this is where arranging your furniture plays a part in. I was able to tuck those other samples away, but still have access to them as I need. Another designer tip, if you're thinking about changing your space, is to do some furniture swapping. Yes, furniture swapping. And you might be saying, Southern girl, what are you talking about? I'm talking about taking a chair or two or a table from another space and swapping it out in a different space. And that's what I did. I had some ottomans in here that I absolutely love. I swapped my ottomans for 2 chairs that we had down in our family room. And these chairs came to me by way of one of my mom's good friends. She was actually going to get rid of it. She was going to get rid of these chairs, y'all. And my mom, she said, I know Shantae is going to want these chairs. She sent me a picture, and before I could get it out my mouth, I was like, sign me up. What are we doing to get these chairs? She rented a little van, brought me the chairs. My mom brought me the chairs. Bless my mama. I painted the frames gold, of course. And now they have made their way to my office where I always wanted these chairs to be. Got them redone in green because green is my favorite color. The chairs are so beautiful. They are quintessential Art Deco, and they are perfect in my office. Furniture swapping. Think about how you can move some different things around and use them in different areas and give them a whole new identity. The next character in this office story makeover is my window. Yes, you heard me say it before. I am a drapery kind of girl. I reuse my drapes. I actually had them in my space already. I've used them in several rooms in different homes because I've had them for years. They are 100% silk. I made them. My little sewing machine. I sew a little bit. What took them up to the next level is when I added these woven bamboo blinds. I think woven bamboo blinds are just a classic touch that you can add to your windows. And they're pretty affordable. And the ones that I have are cordless. Cordless. You don't even have to worry about a cord anymore. Just raise them up. But the combination of the two really helped to elevate my window and coordinate the browns that I'm using throughout the space. It helps to tell the entire color story. My tips about window treatments, especially if you're doing drapes. Hang them high, hang them as wide as you can, and allow your drapery to just kiss or puddle the floor. I do have a video quick and short and sweet, to show you how to style and puddle your drapes. And I'll link it right here. Another item that I think people overlook in a space is the greenery effect. And if you are in a home and you don't have one speck of green in your house, we're going to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation about the lack of greenery in your house. And you might be saying, but I don't have a green thumb. And it's true, a lot of people don't have a green thumb. My sister, she has green hands. Anything that woman touches grows. If you're going to kill the plant, just go ahead and do the flow. They have a lot of beautiful options now that look realistic. But for the others who want to give a try at having greenery in your space, do a mix. I do a little bit of live and I do a little bit of faux. Live, if you have the space and you have lighting. And my beautiful fig tree, she is in the perfect spot for my office. And it just takes it to another level. On my bookcase, however, I have some greenery that is faux, but it cascades down. You use faux if you're going to have an issue with lighting or watering the plant. A bit of live, a bit of faux, but don't skip on adding greenery to your space. Even if your room is green like mine, you still need some greenery. Finally, let's talk about the finishing touches. It's the artwork, pillows, mirrors, decor pieces, and any other type of accessory. And y'all, I got some beauties. Oh my goodness. I got some beauties in my space. My blue and white garden stool. It's never going in the garden, but I got one in my office because I've been wanting one for a long time. And I finally got one, and it was affordable. I think it's not available on Amazon. I'll leave a link just in case it comes back into stock. Excellent price, but I did find one on Wayfair as well. My next beauty is my white ginger jar. Another great Amazon find, but it is simply so elegant, so beautiful, and it's perfect for my space. Let's not sleep on Facebook Marketplace. I found 3 crucial things: the mirror behind me, my porcelain horse, and this footed box, beautiful footed box. And it was only $6, but it makes for a beautiful place to house all of my quick pencils and markers and whatever I'm using. And I have all of those things laid out on my desk. And my other beautiful elements, I would be remiss not to say anything about my switch plate and outlet covers. Absolutely gorgeous. Mixed in with things that I love, like my magazine collection, seashells that I got when I lived in Florida, all coming together like in a chorus, singing in harmony. That's how I feel when I come and work in my space every day. I feel like it is so harmonious. I don't want to leave. I be here like, okay, I need to cut my computer off. I know it's time, but I could stay in this space because of how gorgeous it is and how much it speaks to my design. So let's not forget the smells. I do have some fragrances that I'm using from the hotel collection, but I burn incense a lot too. So I like to have the room, not only does it look pretty, it also smells beautiful too. I got a lot of perfumes. I'm a perfume lover, so smells are very important to me. I started thinking about, what could I have done different? Did I miss anything in my space this time around? And the only thing that I could say is a conversation that my husband and I had. He was getting ready to put up my light fixture. He said, so you want a light fixture and not a fan? I told him, yeah. He said it again, you want a light fixture instead of a fan, because he know I get hot. I'm down in the South, y'all. You know, our weather is pretty hot around here, and it is important that we have ceiling fans in every room. And did y'all see my light fixture? Do y'all understand why I had to choose the light fixture over the ceiling fan? I had to do it. That would be, I feel like, my only sacrifice, I guess, that I made. If I get hot, I just pull out my little baby fan. And when I'm done with it, I just tuck it away. I know the men may never understand, but us girls, we do. It's like jewelry for the space. I do want to thank the One Room Challenge for the opportunity to be a part of this fall season. I have to admit, I have not watched everybody's video who has participated this season because y'all know I was trying to get my own space done. But I made it. I'm done with everything, and it's not anything different that I feel like I would want to do. Now, since I'm done, I'll be able to go and watch all of the other participants' videos and maybe get some ideas. So if you have not checked out the One Room Challenge, I highly encourage you. I'll leave a link in the box down below. I got a lot of great ideas, but I would love to hear from you guys. What y'all would like to see from the Southern Girl? What kind of content do y'all want to see from me? If you need help with anything, just leave a comment down below. Thank you for stopping by. Your time is so important, and I thank you that you took time out of your schedule to come spend it with me. I do have a blog to accompany each week of the One Room Challenge. You can also do something that's even greater. That is hitting that subscribe button and becoming part of my family. You can give your girl a follow. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Threads. And y'all, I finally did it. I finally got on the ticket to the talkie. I'm on TikTok. What? I'm on TikTok too. I do have a website. You can go over there and explore some things. All of the product information and things that I have used over the course of the 8 weeks, I'll make sure to leave all the links below. I put everything in a playlist. Matter of fact, I got a couple of playlists. And if you want to catch up on all of my One Room Challenge videos, I got you covered right here.